Hey stream. We are going after the vampire again. See how that goes. We made some pretty good progress last night. Cleaned some things up, although it was a bit of a steps forward, one step back night. But got a good feeling for tonight and hope get into the second phase. But we'll see how that goes. So come along for the ride and hope we have a good time.
Rich again, so I don't know what you want.
Usually I'll like speed level my 2 of my 3 specialists, and then everything else is just.
There's a sage stalking me, and I want to get into the dungeon, so he stops following me.
Now you know how I feel when one of my friends comes to my house and game.
Why is he following me?
I don't know, maybe he thinks you're hot or something.
Okay, good. I've
Have you
escaped
seen
him.
his armor?
I mean, you're not wrong. That and like they message you and they're like, I like your glamour, how are you, Fred? I'm like, shut up.
Yeah. How do you? I mean, why do you think Aegis with him? At that sick ass
are you
armor.
done?
Put it down now, baby. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna quickly
Ah!
these to where I think they probably should be, but this is just a test.
This is a test of the emergency knockback system.
And
Um.
okay, I can't see past this fat ass. There we go. There we go.
You know
So-
what? It's fine.
So, yeah, has everyone read the little diagram thing that I posted yesterday?
DM made that
Yes.
all with love last night.
I made
It's
it with love
amazing
in
artwork.
MS Paint.
I heard him typing
Quality.
while we were all discussing anime.
So
I'm
yeah,
impressed.
so we're gonna go back to knocking. I talked with Realm last night. And he strongly suggested we knock back to this water, and I agree. It's kind of causing a lot of inconsistencies with. I mean, most of our wipes or deaths were because of water knockback, either directly or indirectly. So, I think we get so much more time with Cape, and he only does it once. So, I think for Cape, we just go to whatever marker he's going to and stand on the marker. Unless there's like if there's a bad square, just sort of shift a little bit, and then we get knocked all the way back. So these markers are sort of a test. I think if you stand right here, you fine. If it ends up knocking us back into the wall, I can move them. I can adjust. Yeah. So that's sort of the idea. And then that way, for spreads and whatnot, we can pre-position and just pop knockback with this. There's no clipping. No need to worry. Yeah. And then for Cape, you have so much more time. So group 2 will go middle to stack, and group 1 will go towards the boss. And just be on the boss somewhere. I'm gonna mark our healers, just not waymarks, signs. So group 1, group 2. All right, and other than that, don't forget your food. Let's kill
Let's get this
this
bread.
Dracula wannabe motherfucker.
Alright,
Yes.
first of all,
Go on.
stop bullying me.
I'm not bullying you. I'm bullying him.
How do you know I'm not a vampire, huh?
I'm gonna be honest, Raven. He's not a real vampire. He doesn't bite you. He just sucks you by using ether.
That's
Oh my.
fine. That's fine. He's still getting the sucking.
God damn.
Hey look,
She wants to
countdown.
have her aether sucked.
Just waiting for it.
That is a countdown.
Yep.
It is counting down.
I made
It
a
ain't
mistake.
much, but it's a countdown.
And there's
And there's a hey! Well, you know, might as well
Every
start
time.
it. Yep. Might as well start it off because with conditional tank stance. Is it on? Is it off? Who knows?
How could you?
Seemed like a good idea at the time. Wanted to give other people an opportunity to tank.
Yeah, like Willow.
DPS toes, thank you. DPS stack tight.
Alright,
Then come back up one. Get your toes.
Okay.
It's home.
Needs hit points.
Me. I feel like spaghetti.
Pop your knockback. And his sword, so we'll get to his side. Oh, not in there. Red.
I'm dead.
Yeah, you're
Yeah, hard to
up.
get over
What
it.
what happened there?
Just running across water and
Not
trying
fast
to
enough.
cast a heal while I was running,
Oh.
and I just didn't get there fast enough. I'll just get there and heal next time.
Yeah, there's no real pressure to heal right after, because as long as no one gets hit by incidental damage, the next mechanic that will actually do damage is stagger spread, which gives you lots of time. Because everyone's going to be stacked up at the boss, either for Cape, everyone will be stacked here, or for Cone, everyone will be roughly, beside the boss. So it might be better to wait till everyone's more grouped up than to try heal while everyone's like spread out and running.
I was talking about me. What about tank stance?
Alright, it's on. It's
It is.
definitely
Yep.
on.
It's definitely on. Yep. See, right there.
I see it. That right there, that's tank stance.
And now it's off. And now it's off.
Don't turn it off again. Didn't realize my suck conversation was enough for tank stance to be off, though.
You literally sucked the defiance out of him. Congratulations.
I did it! I suck everything. Okay.
What?
I'm sorry.
Hey, look, a countdown. Hey, look, a countdown.
I don't know. Raven's been replaced.
That's now on the internet.
Yep.
No one's
Can't
ever
believe
gonna
things
win.
are on
No
the
one's
internet.
ever gonna talk about it ever again.
Chat, click ahead.
Positive.
Yes, it is.
And my opener is so much easier when you get tank stance. Why doesn't everybody remember tank stance?
Apparently,
Alright.
grab one.
Look at him go.
Raven, Miranda wants to talk about it.
About what?
About the things that no one wants to talk about.
I already forgot about it, sorry.
Fair.
Got him! That's my ultimate defense.
Forgot.
Yeah, I forgot.
Your Honor, I don't remember doing this crime.
Oh, well then.
Look, I'm spaghetti right now.
He's weak.
I feel very weak.
Arms are heavy.
Too much working out.
Hoping you do water.
He'll do it in
So
the
we
next.
can try it out. There we go. Turn middle. Going to B. Pop knockback.
Don't be on water.
And it's sword. Don't be on the water yet. Cone. Go spread. Don't be on the poison. Don't be on the poison. Don't be on the poison.
No. Okay. I did. But I did. Alright, don't be next to the tanks.
Yeah, I can even move over a little bit. Ooh.
Shit.
Yeah, that hits like a lot of
That
trouble.
was through Rampart and Vengeance.
Okay.
Isn't
Poison?
Second try reprising it? What the hell?
I mean, with both of us up, we should be able to get a shield up on you. It's just...
I can use intervention on you too if need be. Cause I'm using Rampart there, so.
I don't know why, I just seem like I get really low there. I know it's a lot of running and it's hard to heal all.
Okay, I'm gonna flip him.
poison?
Probably not quite yet. I'm gonna get a shield. Shield.
Yeah, I would say reprisal for like blood rakes and whatnot, versus using it for that. Cause I have intervention. I don't need it for anything else.
What was it?
Poison,
Poison.
poison, poison.
Poison berry.
Make sure we're
Yeah, I need to
reprising
reprise that.
that.
I'm trying not to shield every
DPS are
path.
getting.
I am peak.
I'm invincible.
There you go.
I was invincible. I can't do anything about this one.
Powers.
Healers, tethers, and DPS disease.
Yep.
And there's
Tank healer stack up north.
Spread this.
DPS spread. Okay, come grab your disease. One other person. Oh, Adra, yeah. We need to grab tethers. Go south, go south. You guys are all spread out. Oh boy. Okay, I think we're good. No, I was the unlucky one. Rip.
what the? Okay. I didn't think I would
Oh,
have popped off. But
You got home yet? Okay.
Honestly, I got homing in the first and the third, and you could hallow the second.
Yeah, it's just an awkward spot to poke there. Just wondering, thinking of where I would.
Yeah, might be difficult.
No, let's just share the second one. Then I can just invul. Either way, it's gonna be a 2 invulns. Yeah. Whether I'm invulning or you're invulning. Okay,
Water.
water and fire. So you pop your knockback and stack with your. Look at that. Come on in. Go to B, to the wall, and it's cape. So like stand on B, stand on B. Yeah, just like that. And then just spread. Yep, I like that.
That's great.
Just for kicks and giggles.
For the kicks and giggles.
Oh god.
What the shit?
He saved
Yeah,
me.
they're in the wall.
Oh. Well, I can't do nothing about that.
I'm just gonna go back into the wall.
So yeah, B. If you stand on the marker, that was a good
Yeah.
distance. So, and you don't take too much damage from the lightning if it is lightning. So if you just like go to the marker, he can even be on the front end of it.
if you want to be super safe about it, you like have like 1 second after the first square goes off to move up, assuming it's cape.
Yeah, so if it's like lightning, you can get even further like, quickly. I know it's risky though, because if you get caught here,
It is risky.
You're going into the wall. So if you want to be safe, we could just.
I did get caught by the lightning.
The cape doesn't do any damage, so we'll be fine.
Good start.
I'm
Good
wondering
start.
if those markers are even a little too far out, like if we can go even closer. But
Let's go to the back side of the marker. I mean, I like where the markers
yeah.
are. Go to the back side of the marker if you're squishy.
Yeah. Or if you just feel
Even this side,
comfortable,
yeah.
just go to that. Yeah, just go to that side.
Like hugging the back side of things, but around.
I
yeah,
don't know.
that felt way better.
Whoa, John. Whoa.
I'm not naming any names, Raven.
You just named it.
But I was responding to you. I wasn't necessarily saying Raven likes round things to hug from behind.
But you just kind of did.
Did
I
I?
can't believe I just got
You literally
outed.
just said it.
Yeah.
If I said I didn't
Point
say
it
it,
out.
it's different. It's
Uh-huh.
I'm watching it.
if you're assuming that I'm saying that she does like those things, then that's on you. I'm saying that I didn't say those things.
I love refrigerators.
Guys, I got tank stamps on.
Oof.
Good.
Proud of you.
Now we'll clear.
I can do my one job.
We did it.
One job. This whole
Also,
thing.
he'll always do the opposite. If he does like sword first for the first queen axe, he'll do cape second, and vice versa. He'll always do the opposite.
Healers, tethers.
Tank sealers, tethers. Just something to keep in mind because I don't know which one it is.
Y'all are doing everything.
We doing everything.
You look pretty responsible now that I both got
Spread.
my tank
Make
stamps
sure you
on.
spread out. Make sure you spread out.
And doing it.
Welcome to the club.
John, go. Then me. Stack back up north.
Oh, we're doing tethers.
Oh right, we're doing tethers.
We got
Oh, we got him.
Got it.
They went
Got
to
it.
us.
Haha, let's go.
Easy mode.
Easy game.
Okay.
His phone game.
You be playing classical music for this, right?
Feels appropriate.
I like this song. Although I liked when Speg was playing his evil villain playlist.
That sounds spooky.
You're spooky.
Yes.
Frightening.
Very, very frightening.
Bye. Bye.
Water. Go to B. Up your knockback.
Not on water. Not on water.
And it's cape.
That's that. That's that.
I didn't get there. Sorry. I'm looking at the dead person.
Yeah, Lil got murdered.
Trying to figure out if it was safe to strafe. Or that what? It wasn't.
Middle?
We're gonna be away from the lots.
It's poison. Poison.
Maybe we just reset
Let's
this.
just reset it. Both you. Yeah. So again, if it's cape, you can run to the. You're running to the marker. Yeah. If you want, you can try and time both if it is cape, and if you don't get knocked back from the cape, then great. I mean, just remember where you need to be though for. So there was water and fire. So if you don't get knocked back, you still have to run to middle to stack with your. Just because if people do get knocked back and some people don't, is a huge divide, so that's why I figured the middle is the best place to meet up. It's the best of both worlds. That way, the people back here don't have to run all the way up to the boss, way up north, and the people, if you did time the knockback for the cape, you don't have to run all the way south. So you just. Yeah, it's always good to stand on the marker. Like if you time it well, great. But this way, if you happen to mistime it, you'll just get knocked back from the cape and you won't die. So. And if you do time it well, then great.
I did it.
Uptime.
Up time.
You could also, John and myself, I don't know if your gap closer can cancel it, the knockback, but...
Time it right again.
Yeah, no, I know ours will. I'm not sure about Ravens.
I have no idea. I've never tried it.
That's risky though. If you miss time it, you'll probably end up on a wall.
that thing goes fucking far too.
Because it's not like, it's not boss.
Yeah,
like,
it's just
doesn't-
this direction.
Yeah. So,
I mean, I could, but then I die.
that's probably what I'll end up doing. Gap closer. Cancel.
At least I didn't kill us that time, dude.
Progress.
Yes. Well, it's also easier for me to pop sprint right as soon as before lightning goes off.
DPS. Can someone call out the sword or cape while, and then I can call it the marker.
Okay.
DPS doing everything? Adra, come get your disease, and then stay grab. Adra, no, Adra didn't get it. Gotta be. Just grab tether and run. I'll look at it. Make sure you run right into us. Don't be scared. We don't fight.
Are you sure?
Only when asked.
To be fair, I do like run right into you.
Might have been able to be a little tighter.
Yeah, she was kind of. She just ran in quickly, like to the front, and then quickly ran away, and it just wasn't enough to snapshot it.
I missed it like that last time. I just ran back in and get it.
It could be very picky, so it's best to just run in the group and wait a second till you see the debuff appear. You have time.
Oh, I haven't been playing my stupid game.
Lightning. Fire. Try middle. D.
Hey,
Pop knockback. And then stand on D. Stand on D. No. Okay, good. And then spread.
Not into poison.
Yeah, not enough poison. This will work. Hey, let's go. Yeah, you get so much time to adjust.
Oh, okay. And then I can just swap with you if I'm standing
Be
right
next
there.
time.
Wait, how
yeah. Oh no, he's on the
No,
water.
he didn't.
Did you stand in the puddle?
He's in the water.
Fire.
That timing, I was like,
Yeah.
somebody got squished.
Remember that time I got ganked by an invisible demon?
The invisible demon that everyone saw but you.
Yeah, you like ran right over him.
Get a turn.
Yeah, we're doing this fun thing.
No, Willow, you went too fast for me.
Willow is speed.
Was it?
Okay,
Oh,
what was the
I
second
don't.
one?
Wait,
well, we're dead.
I can't.
It was definitely fire.
It's fire.
It was fire.
One that only Adrian
It's
was
a
in.
little legs. I couldn't keep up.
No, I was in fire too, but
I'm sorry.
I was gonna try to take a sacrifice for the third third bubble, but it popped before I got there, and then I was way out of position.
But then you would have died.
I ate shit for it. I said I killed Willow. I'm going out too. I couldn't catch him. He was going too fast.
Just little elephant ears flapping in the breeze.
He was excited, so full of life, and I killed him.
Now he's empty of life.
I feel bad. My little pink elephant.
Now
I think that was
he's
a clean
two-dimensional.
Phoenix, so.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, I was better.
Just take us a
I
few
approve.
pulls to get the hang of it, but it does seem like it's a bit more rollable.
That water knockback is just so unpredictable.
Yeah. At least with Cave, you have time.
What else is unpredictable? This segment is our sponsor.
Hey
Me,
guys,
I'm
have you ever
unpredictable.
wanted to not be bald, but then you're like, I don't know, 23, 25, 30,
Are you
40,
talking
however
about
the
you?
genetics works? Because baldness runs in your family really easily. Well,
I think we're learning a lot.
For you.
Tank Sealer's Tether's DPS disease. DPS spread. DPS spread.
Adria and Parent were going down the hallway.
Okay, Adria. Get it. Okay,
Ew.
then we go get. Oh, yeah. Oh, why are people moving with tethers? Stop, DPS, no! Why are you guys doing that?
Why are we
Why is
stacking
everyone
up
moving?
after? Why are we stacking up afterwards? What are we doing?
Yep.
Yeah, DPS need to. If you're only taking disease, you just stack back up after you get it. I just see people.
Yeah,
I'm
my
like,
parents
holy
is
shit, what's
running
going on?
around.
I think they were all on us to start too, but then it just.
One was on Willow.
Parent was really
Oh, okay.
focused on the anti-balding message.
Ad.
message.
Alright. No more jokes until I can do this run blindfolded.
I mean, you can joke around. I don't know what's going on there.
Jokes for between pulls.
Why do y'all think I get so quiet now during raid?
Tricks are for kids.
Tricks are for guys. Tricks are really delicious though,
They are.
but they're for kids, so I can no longer have them.
Yep.
Parent can.
I was young once.
That was also what young was.
Oh, please.
Okay. Okay.
Tank Sealer's Tethers. DPS is easy.
Spreads out.
Got her. Got
Just stack.
stack south. Go get our tethers. Go. Happy little tether.
Happy little trees.
So tired.
There'll be more next
Yeah,
month. Next
but wait, there's more.
Yeah, A2 or sorry, P2 phase 2.
Okay.
Hey, look, shirt bus.
I mean, you could, but then where would the home gang be?
Taking a drink.
It was in your heart all along.
One
Gang with the
seems
friends we
real.
made along the way.
I was waiting for someone to say it. guessed right, guys. I'm so good.
Proud of you.
Professional gamer.
Yeah, I'm such a professional gamer. They should really pay me to do this.
Water.
Water.
And spread. Pop knockback. Yeah, you can kill John. B. You can get right to the wall. And it's, or well, you can be on
Cape,
B, I guess.
cape.
Then move. Yeah, no, then move to B. Oh, no one moved to B.
I
Yeah, you get time. You do get lots of time. You can go right to the wall and then just move into the marker.
I tried to move to B.
took way too long.
My corpse.
Hey, I
is
didn't
heavy.
kill John this time.
We're just going through the party list.
It's the next step
Today.
on the list. I did progress.
Yeah, if it's water and spread, you pretty much everyone but Willow can pre-position and just pop knockback, and then Willow can just scooch over into the water tile, according to my little diagram. I mean, technically he could be in the fire, but
Willow and I both moved because where the boss was, if I had moved in, I would have stacked on one of y'all's. So.
Shouldn't be the case. Someone was where they shouldn't be, because I would be to the right of the boss.
So nobody's
Raven would be the left, and then John. No, I think I don't know who was.
It was on blue tile by mistake.
Yeah. I mean, Willow and I didn't kill each other, but
But I
I
didn't
did.
kill anybody.
Mhm.
So.
Okay. As long as we have general thoughts. That's
Positions, sure. DPS 10.
PS tethers.
Thank you.
Thanks, healers.
Healer disease.
Is there an echo?
There is
Sarah-
that
Sarah
dude.
I mean, if that's what it takes to
yeah,
defeat-
no.
Yeah, no, I don't. I'd rather. have-
No, I was just messing with them.
Yeah, got it.
We're stuck.
Stack. No, stack one. DPS come get tethers. Okay.
DPS fuck off.
No. I will never surrender.
Like a hissing coming out of your mouth.
He's got a
Whoops.
I don't know.
Hmm.
Go A. Go to A. Pop knockback. Sword. And it's sword.
Knockback is on cooldown.
It's spread, by the way. Yeah. I was trying to position where John would be there.
Set hit 19. So it's counting down. That's not true.
So as Perrin said, like halfway through the cast bar for his shift is when. So if you can set him as a focus target, that'll help a little bit. And just don't wait for my call out necessarily, but if you try and time, I will call it out, but Like there, I was a tiny bit late on, I think.
No, I just
Yeah.
looked at it.
Yeah, halfway through the cast bar.
If water is second, you can just assume it's gonna be a cone. And if you're wrong, you'll mitigate both anyway.
Yeah, you gotta pop it for if the water is second and it's cone, you gotta still mitigate or knock back water anyways. So. TPS 10. DPS doing
It's everything.
No, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Okay, now grab tether. Yeah, you're good.
So picky.
Yeah, you gotta get all real close to us.
You gotta touch him.
You gotta touch us.
I don't like it.
Age and temporary polygamy.
Oh my.
She knows she loves me though.
I just considered a trust fall. You just run in.
We'll catch you,
Could be there.
maybe.
I trust everybody here.
Well, that's unfortunate for you. There have been multiple murders here.
Yeah, I was about to say. Many times we have killed each other.
Listen, it's all with great love though. That's
I
not
killed
love
everyone
to y'all. I'm missing out.
Water and pop knockback. Okay. Middle. B, go to B, to the wall, it's cape, and then we'll move into the B marker. Okay, B marker. And stack with your groups. Group one. Our group's up. Where? Oh, just Gene. Oh, Gene's dead. Oops. Okay.
Yeah, I was looking
I
for
was
the
like,
one.
I was
marker.
looking for Gene.
I was too.
Yeah,
I
I
overstepped it
actually was
slightly.
too. It's okay, it murdered me and not y'all.
So, had Jean been alive, where would the groups have been for that?
So group one is going to the middle of the arena.
Okay, good.
Obviously not on a bad tile. So if it's and then our group will go stack up near the boss. If the boss does move towards the middle, we'll just go like Gene can pick a spot east, west, north of the boss, and just wherever Gene
Never
goes, we'll
go.
just stack on him. Or if you want to be consistent north, just go in front of the boss.
That's fine.
So we'll get knocked back. It's a bit of a run, but like John and I can gap close. Do you
I
have
can.
expedient there, Min?
Not if I want it for bubbles.
Okay. No, save it for bubbles. That's fine. No, you can just use sprint there.
The bubbles.
There's no need to use sprint before that, so you should have sprint up. So it's a good spot to use it. Yeah, because I think if John gets knocked back, the boss is going to follow him. So the boss will be somewhat more middle, which is good.
Counter it with a gap.
It's either that or we stack group 1 and 2 stack east west of the boss. And then if obviously just not on the bad tile. That's another option. We haven't seen that enough to really know that. I just sort of came up with where to stand, but if that doesn't work, we can try east west. Or left right of the boss.
going to use the fun strategy of having Min be the arbiter of whether or not we live or die.
I mean, isn't that this whole fight?
That's every fight. Our lives are in their hands.
That's why I stopped healing. I didn't
I'm
want to
not.
blood on my hands anymore.
Exactly why I don't know.
It's fun.
Sounds like a big jigsaw puzzle. to
Tank
me.
healer's disease.
I enjoy
DPS tethers, tank healers.
It's interesting to be on the other side of the equation.
it. I mean, you know when to use your cooldowns because you know when a tank, when
I
a
gotta
tank
grab
buff's
it.
going.
Stack north, our group. DPS could get tethers. You good?
Home gang was home gang. I was thinking about mac and cheese, sorry.
No, that's fair.
Understandable.
I miss sweets.
We are live.
Likes this one.
It's the easiest.
Yeah, man, look at me.
Go to A?
Kate.
Not on.
Well,
Back. Young I wanted. It's a spread.
yeah, that's good.
Lightning.
Lightning.
Regen.
Yeah, Evo.
Okay, good enough. I'm flipping them. For the pancake.
Like a pancake.
Right then.
Lightning.
Lightning.
And then he moves too fast. He's just like,
Right.
He's zooming.
already did, kid.
Bucks.
Whatever. I'll just.
Hello, I can
Tanks and healers in the towers.
DPS gets the tethers. There's still a tether on me. Alright.
Oh, appreciate that.
Yeah, I got you.
DPS doing everything. So,
You
DPS
guys
have
come over here.
DPS have to stack and then spread as soon as the towers resolve. Tanks healers spread up north, or stack up north. Sorry, stack up north. DPS spread. DPS come get the disease. Okay. And then you'll grab your tether as well. Grab tether. Yeah, you're good. Spread out.
Something about legions.
What?
Try and be in the bubble if you can. Do not neglect mid bubble. In Roman?
I don't know what's coming, but I'm assuming it's melee.
Peanuts!
Oh, then it's gonna fall off.
Where's Yoko?
Yeah, it's peanut.
Unfortunately.
DM remover, you'll have to.
Yeah. Yeah, and he's already cooked it. I hope. Oh, good. He's already like
Nice.
kind of here.
Be cone.
Yeah, we'll be coned, so we know we can go right to the wall. With water and spread. Pop your knockback. You can pre-spread.
Back.
Spread. Go to C
it's out.
to the wall. Right to the wall. And then stack with your groups. But Gene, yeah.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Hey, Arbiter.
Well,
That'll work. Flying veil.
Congratulations.
God.
That could have ended bad
Animation.
for me. That's gonna end bad for us.
I got him.
Goodbye!
2 autos. 1. 2.
And then he's like, not to beat us back.
7.
Who raised me at that? Who did
You're
it?
welcome.
Who did it?
You know that if you raise past Enrage, you get to fight him infinitely. That's a lot.
Did you know that it's not butter?
I can't believe it.
I know, right? Holy shit.
Getting there.
Yeah, it's feeling better.
So, still
An X a
need
little
a
bit more.
little bit more cleanup, but I think outside of that plus pot plus full opener plus DPS LB3, because we don't need any other LB here, then we should be getting really close. But
I don't even know when I'm supposed to LB3 on this boss.
I'll keep an eye out for it on this fight. Just
So do we want to start
See.
potting, or are we still not quite there yet?
I think we need to still work on
One more
the next
clean
little bit.
run.
One more clean up.
Is everybody kind of using their mitt as they have it, or are we still trying to figure that out?
I'm
I
using
put up a
fake
mid
every
My
spreadsheet.
DM had a.
Yeah.
I'm following
Shit,
the
you did?
spreadsheet because I'm a keener.
If there's anywhere where we're missing, if you find that there's gaps like where you think we could use more, then we can definitely discuss it.
No, I'm just right now. I'm shielding before every single AOE because the few times that I don't have a shield up, somebody has died.
Just for decorations or for blood rigs?
Blood
For-
rake, decolation, everything.
Because
But
everything.
that means that I'm casting a lot and my DPS is low. So if everybody's using their mitt, then I don't need to put a shield up every time. So I'm just wondering if we're getting into the habit of it, or if everybody's like, oh, well, I know I need to be doing it, but I'm just trying to figure out what I need to do and versus what I can focus on the boss too.
Right. Again,
I also-
I have that sheet up, so please try and remember where you need to mitigate where possible. Again, if you find that there's gaps where you're having to really heal and there's not much mitigation, we can. I know there's a little bit of mitigation, or like a lack of, kind of in the last part of phase 3 there, but I know the Pnax abilities hit really hard, like the stack and spreads. I'm not
And
sure.
I'm super conservative while we're progressing. So that's why I'm trying to pull back a little bit, and I just don't want to kill people with me pulling back. So that's
Right.
all I'm asking. So
Yeah.
I've been saving my personals for stack in spread just in case, though.
I mean, yeah.
And I've been fainting every other Blood Rake and popping Crest as soon as it's off cooldown, so I can do it. That's about all I can do.
That works. That's plenty.
Yeah, personal mint also is good if you have it, use it.
So I'm just trying to see where regions will take everybody up and we're good, or when I need to actually, yeah. Because there's a lot going out, which
Yeah, yeah, like there's enough addles. Like there's certain things that can't be addled, so that's why it's sort of like Blood Rake and decorations are really the only thing that are addleable in this fight. So like you can't addle Pnax, you can't addle orbs, so
You can definitely try.
Mana ward or wards.
you can. Yeah.
Not everyone has that.
I definitely have it.
I mean, I can with my good old trusty Crest.
Tank Sealer's Tethers.
Tanks, healers, everything.
Let me see the DPS stack.
Alright.
That's good. Tethers. Tethers. There we go.
Oh, someone grabbed it back.
No, I moved away.
We had all four. How did they end up going back?
I was running out and then it just disappeared.
Huh.
Raven, did you greet a positional?
No, I was still in the stack.
It was Adra. Put her in the gulags.
About to say, don't come after me. I know it's usually me, but don't come after me this time.
All right.
Damn, I am hot as hell, and not in the fun way.
I'm also hot as hell, but in that way. It was a joke,
Suffering.
everyone. It was a joke, everyone. It was a
Suffering from
joke,
success.
everyone.
beautifully humble.
No, I would never. Come on, guys. I'm a potato. I'm a
Hey.
baked potato.
Potatoes can be hot.
Yeah, when they get out of the oven.
Yes, it is.
Yes, Tethers.
DPS everything. I was just about to
Let's go
say.
back a little bit.
I was just about to say it was gonna be so funny if it's DPS everything.
Oh, one at a time. One at a time.
Oh my god,
Come
how
on.
dare you.
All right, grab your tethers. I'm gonna die. Why is it always me?
Yeah, why is it always you?
I'm not gonna have a fire. Sad.
Adel would be nice.
That's your Adel. No,
Yeah, wait.
Adra, that's yours.
That's not up.
Hey,
It should be up for that. So I'll explain it. Because my reprisal and your Adel. Reprisal is what? Is it 6? Is it 90 seconds?
60.
I was with 16, now it was 90.
Oh, Adel is 90, right? Okay. Then I'll have
sir.
Still good.
Oops. Pop your knockback.
Uh,
Stack up your. Okay, we're going right to the wall. See? It's going right to the wall.
Not in poison.
Oh, okay.
Alright. Just tested my reflexes.
Test to do.
Turns out I'm a rock.
There he is.
He's literally right in front of you.
Fire?
Fire.
It's fire. Took me a long time to see it, apparently.
Shield.
Love it.
Fire?
Fire.
Box? Yes, and towers.
Tank series with each other. DPS will spread out after the towers. Tank series will stack up north. Tank series stack up north. DPS spread. Okay, come get your team up.
Guess that.
And then stack south. Yeah. We already have all the tethers, I think? Oh no, we're missing one.
Willow, one with Willow.
Oh, did it!
It would not, I don't know who, somebody didn't have it, it would not come off of Willow.
Death. Parent, if it's you and I need to go in for disease, let me go in first, so we don't kill DM again.
He didn't kill me.
The first part, yeah.
The part in like the first part.
Oh, cause yeah, you both.
Yeah. Thought we had that established.
Make sure you refresh your food.
How am I supposed to know that it's gonna be me?
It's okay. It's okay.
Don't say
If
look
it
at the
is-
party list.
Look at the party list. It just
don't. I said don't say.
I mean, whoever I'm with, if I have to go get it, I'll always go first.
I mean, to be fair, parent, you could probably wait until you see somebody run out in AM to me or Jean.
That way you can like have like, cause you're like what, sitting and casting anyway. You can take a little bit more time for the other person to go.
Read that last cast.
Yeah, get that last cast in there.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I'm looking out for you, man.
I'll agree. Right up until someone dies.
No, I just.
I mean, it's not like we don't expect it.
Wow.
Oh.
We saved the greedy for one.
Whole
Nothing
meme
to
is
fraud.
healers adjust for black mages. It's just a thing.
Beyond your pick.
Alright, so
Yes. I like the way you said tethers. We're doing everything.
No, it's tank sealers, tether, DPS disease, isn't
No,
it?
I wasn't.
It is correct.
Oh, yeah.
Nidra. And then parent. Stack south.
I wasn't looking at the first one. That's me.
Like we knew what we were doing.
At least I didn't, you know, fuck up that bad. Everyone gets one.
Oh, I'm in trouble then.
Same.
I tend to burn mine first frickin' full.
Something tank stand.
Yeah, something tank stance.
Tank stance, what's that?
Yeah, that's the question.
Mythical creature in John's world.
Yeah.
Or back in 2.0, you didn't want tanks ever.
For tank busters, yes, you did. I'm sorry, but yes, you did.
He
There's
lived
so
to
much I
just.
can shield.
How could you?
Lightning. Red.
Spread.
Middle. Going to D. Pop your knockback. Party sacks. Gene over here. Gene.
Where are you going? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, we're
Just get rid of the tank.
lightning.
Lightning.
Lightning again.
Lightning.
Yeah, that's good enough. I'm rotating him once he starts to.
Don't worry, I got my position.
Like he doesn't have to be dead center for anything really. He's mostly center. That's good enough, you know.
Yeah.
Yes, lightning.
Running shield.
In my hearts.
That's part of the fight. Do
Just
nothing.
vibing. You just hanging out.
Careful. I
Regen out. And bell.
Lightning.
Almost ran back into that orb.
I like your laugh, like you weren't worried at all.
Nervous
I'm
laughter.
in danger.
I'm in danger.
Box.
DPS towers.
There's still a tether up on one of
Bye.
the
Oh, we got it.
yeah, baby. That's a party.
Yeah,
I was afraid I was going to take it from one of the people that needed it. I wasn't sure who had it.
yeah, what I did with you was I just ran right in front of you.
So tanks, healers, tethers. And we'll see who gets
Wait.
tanks, healers doing everything. DPS get towers. And tanks, healers stack north. Tanks, healers stack north. We're spreading out. DPS go stack south.
Do a spread. Just do a spread. Get disease if you need it.
Get disease. Okay, then tethers. Okay, spread.
Need for babies.
Wait, look first. Tank buster. You can call me. Make sure you shirk me there, John. Okay, it's getting a little spicy.
Spicy. We love
ahead.
spicy.
John, not going too hard. My
Boonga,
bunga
boonga.
can't keep my My bunga can't keep up with the
You
nunga.
really messed up that one.
Well, man, that's hard to say.
The practice and wisdom.
It actually
you
works
say.
well because I have my ranged right there. Lightning. Fire.
Red.
See?
South.
Pop knockback and right to the wall. Right to the wall.
That's
Spread. Alright, everyone in for heals.
weird.
Got Veil up here. Yeah.
This would be a good time for LD.
DPS?
Oh yeah, I haven't been watching.
I wasn't.
Yeah,
I wasn't. paying attention.
Yeah,
It's not gonna- I mean-
It won't be enough, but
Let
No.
me just do it. Yeah, it would be a good time.
Oh,
It's
we're-
about 1%.
we're it, baby.
53%, okay.
So we can hear.
Just need...
Yeah, I can do it the second that he starts doing that.
Oh, 2% with like what 3 deaths? Yo, let's go.
Yeah.
Did we have 3 deaths?
Gene died and I
Yeah.
died at the very end.
Oh yeah. Yeah, let's...
Oh no,
Cool.
Gene died twice, but I'm gonna say we had minimum 2 deaths.
So...
the long
do we want to take break now? Or... Sorry.
I mean, once we get to P2,
That's what I
Probably
mean,
don't
like if
wanna
let's
go.
say we
Yeah,
were to get
what-
their next pull, then we wouldn't be able to take our break,
Yeah, why
so...
don't we step out and take a break and refresh?
Even if it's a tiny bit early, but
We'll make it up on the back end.
that way we have a full timer for the second run, in case we get the P2.
don't forget things when you're, taking your break. I say
I'm
that,
really
and then I'm
fe-
probably
I'm
gonna
really
forget
feeling it.
everything and screw up so many times, but I will try not to. I'll be back.
Yep, back in a bit. So stream, we're taking a few minutes break here, so chat amongst yourselves.
Fly me to the moon.
guys making fun of my fruit snacks? Not very nice.
Look, I wasn't making fun, I was just asking.
Well. Yeah, I did.
Typical. It's like a tradition now.
Yeah. They're not terrible for me. It's a little bit of a bigger bump.
I miss sugar. I already had, this month I had junior mints already, so I was just like, I'm gonna try and keep it where, like, once a month that, like, I get to treat myself with, like, sugar.
Yeah, I eat more sugar than I do. No sugar in my sodas, though.
Yeah, I have the healthy soda. It's also why I've just been getting a lot of headaches, so because I've just been switching to like a healthier diet.
Yeah. The body rebels.
It's like, no, feed me sugar. I mean, there's like healthy like sugar stuff to eat that I'll like eat occasionally in case I have a sweet tooth, but it's not the same.
I'm trying to be better about it, but I have a wicked sweet tooth.
Same.
Alas. I've been doing the cycling, so I got that going for me.
You're doing it. I'm proud of you, buddy.
Appreciate it.
Anything for the homie that I used to murder with spread.
Not today.
But not today.
Okay, looks like it's working.
There he is.
Yeah, it, like cut out at like the last like 2 minutes of the poll for some reason.
You didn't need to hear anything, right?
I didn't die.
Hey, we still did it. Yeah.
Yeah, it could have been me making dick jokes the whole time. You never know.
I really missed out then.
No, you didn't.
We've been making dick jokes in our Christian Minecraft server.
Never.
I
she
would
never.
I would never. I'm the purest one here.
What was that you said at the beginning of the raid night?
Something about sucking everything.
DM, I'm eating. Shut up.
Touching on Aether.
Don't call me out like this.
Eating, air quotes.
Yes.
Hey, how many tropical birds does it take to change a light bulb?
Something with. Oh, okay. Wait, no. Something with toucans.
Mm. Ah,
But I don't know the actual like.
The response
just
that actually
toucan.
makes it. Yeah.
2 cans. Got it. Huh?
Is that the whole response?
it's just
Just
toucan.
toucan.
Like
Okay,
two,
toucan.
two,
Yeah,
can,
can't do it.
Of course John would know that one.
Well, yeah. Puns are my love language.
That's actually like one of the only tropical birds I know, so that's the only reason. It's like, let's go through the list of tropical birds in my head. I know like 2. I'm like, okay, good. That narrows it down. Oh, that one sounds like some numbers.
Joke's on you. I only know about the toucan.
That's basically, yeah. Joke's on you. I only know one tropical
I only
bird.
know one.
The other one, I don't know. Are flamingos tropical birds?
I don't know. Google. I'm running around my house. I'm too busy.
Oh, do it ready. Check it. 20 after. we're getting there. It's definitely
Yeah.
a lot more clean with.
I like that better than what we've been doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Well, that
slowly-
was what we were kind of originally doing, but then we're like, well, no, the cape will be more annoying, and then we've learned that no, the water is way more annoying than
Yeah,
the cape.
Water's more annoying.
The cape is. Plus, you can kind of, if you time it right, you just knock back the cape and the water, so it's like not even a big deal.
Yeah.
narrator voice. They learned their lesson that day.
So the only time you wouldn't be able to knock back cape is if it's water first and then cape.
Because the only time I've died to that instance is if my knockback doesn't go off. And I hate when that happens, stupid game.
It's nice that you can pre-position though, like versus getting knocked back and hoping you get knocked back in the general direction of where you were hoping. Because I find that even like getting, like I think I'm in the correct position. I'm like, okay, I stand in the middle line, I take a step left, and I'll just get knocked completely sideways. I'm like, okay, what? And sometimes I won't. So it's just, it feels too random to me.
It is what it is.
Yep.
Where's my ready check?
Oh my god, this character's name Machine Bun Kelly. And it's a bunny. I love it.
Can never
Alright.
change race.
Oh, okay, I was one click away from it going through.
Well, you said you were gonna do it at 20 after the hour.
Yeah, I
Liar.
just no, it was 19 when you said that. So
Okay, well it was 20 for me.
I'm
so-
going by my local time.
My local
Oh, your local time, we're gonna be here for a while. We're waiting for 9:20.
True. It doesn't
Alright.
feel like the time changed, but definitely did.
Oh, when
Make
my
sure
alarm went off this
everyone-
morning, it definitely felt that way.
Oh god, I was like middle of REM sleep. My alarm went off. Oh, that's pain.
Pain.
Because normally, again, it would be like an hour earlier. So I was like, oh, I still got an hour left. Time to have some dreams. Nope.
Why is the first thing I read in chat is confirmed Raven likes to suck at it? What the fuck, man? Why am I being called out like this? In front of my own home.
What? In front of my salad?
In front of my salad. My home.
Salad.
In front of my chicken right now. Come on now.
Alright, parents ready? So that's everyone. Make sure you have pots. We're gonna start potting, I guess. Let's give it a go.
Time to do drugs, kids.
So second pot
Alright.
window is after first set of towers, basically, is what it looks like, right around there.
That actually lines really good with my Arcana shit.
And yeah, and I already tagged Raven with when she should LB3.
Got it.
So basically at the end of the fight, because there's no other better place to use it.
You're gonna have to save these markers with the other markers that
Oh,
you
yeah.
made earlier.
Oh shit. Yeah, it's fine. I know I have a system. I put
Yeah,
it on
system?
I put it on the little diamond here.
I saved them.
I
Oh, okay.
saved
Well, then
them.
I'm gonna override
Wow.
mine then. Boom. Yeah.
Look
I'm
at the
gonna
kid
put my
doing
food
something.
up. Woo! Woo! Damn, we really give us so. You know we like you, Parent. We would never bully you if we didn't like
Of
you.
course.
Yeah!
All my he homies.
You're welcome,
Alright.
Timothy.
I got my TI-83 up now.
Nice, good.
Good, good.
I had it closed for prog. I'm like, I don't
Don't even want to know. Just like,
No, I don't want to know. But now we need to know.
all right. First food's up.
Thanks, Dan.
Tank stance is on. I already had that
Hell
fucker
yeah.
once.
I won't.
Yeah, make
I
sure you
won't
got your
suck
food.
it off.
Willow food and
Oh.
what else? What else is good?
Parent, you had to be there.
You guys hear my fan?
No,
At the moment.
Well,
All right, let's go.
I can't hear it over this song.
that's true. Yeah.
Jamming.
We doing the 6? What do you need? 17 seconds?
Yeah. Let's do the full countdown. Give it a go.
I'm gonna hit the countdown and take a walk. Go.
I'm sorry,
why
my
would you do
opener
that?
is really jank.
I know. Shit, this is all DM's fault.
Still not Warrior having to pop Berserk and I'll or not infuriate and wait for it to show up later. Sit there for 60 seconds.
Oof. Don't forget to pot. everything.
See, that time I was right.
I'm good.
John goes, then Min. Then we get our tethers. Good. Where you going?
Wait, a battle?
Sheesh!
Okay.
This one again.
Tasty Benny.
Everything lines up so much better with the tool opener. Water. Fire. So you can just stack up, pop your knockback.
Oh man,
Back.
hold on. Apparently I lost it, so just come right
Okay,
back.
that's fine. Don't be on fire. Good. Okay, we're going straight to the wall. A. Go to A. It is cape. Straight to the wall first. And then we go to A. On A.
Oh,
And then it's spread.
I got Willow.
Oh, Venus.
Alright, I'll grab
I think I will all be far away. Oh god!
Oh, whoa! Frame rate drop from hell there.
Yeah, I had to grab her, run over a little bit.
Poison.
Poison.
Yeah, we're already way behind.
It's kind of practice.
Yeah.
Box.
What was poison, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Going up.
Poison, poison. Okay, my enemy cast up here.
Regen going out. Cool.
DPS getting tethers. Adria. Everyone, yeah, all the DPS need to get in and wiggle. Even if you already have one, don't go out. This is okay. So yeah, so this is you don't have a second pot here, but this is where we would right here, roughly. Yeah. Just practice. Good to know. So DPS is doing everything. So DPS will spread after this. Tank healers north and stack. Get it. First, Will's got it, and then Adrian. Okay. And then get tethers. DPS getting tethers. You good? And rolling. Copy.
Like standing there, man.
He just. I understand.
It's my comfort spot.
I did it.
You gotta keep eyes on him. Look at that. Oh yeah.
I'll be there
Right.
shortly.
Lightning. Fire. Middle. Going to D, pop your knockback, and it's cone. Go straight to the wall. No, not literally into the wall. And spread.
Oh, I hit my knockback
Be
and
on poison.
it ticked for like 3 seconds
be
and
on
then it
poison.
threw me in the wall.
Spread. And this is where you would, yeah, this is where you would LB3.
But yeah,
Well, for
pretend I
practice. For practice.
can't though. I'm
Ouch.
hanging out. Willow's still dead.
Well.
man.
Bye.
Will it go back up by that point?
Hey, he's in the wall.
Yeah. If you're on the wall, you're dead. When
If you're in the wall, LB3 is
Not gonna help.
a waste.
Yeah.
Hey, Jean, is Lilybell back up by that point?
I'll have to check, to be honest. I didn't even notice.
Okay.
That would be a good spot. Those big
What's
white,
its,
those triples
what's its
Yeah.
hurt.
recast?
I think it's 180 seconds.
Okay.
So,
I know my expedient is back up
Yeah.
quite good, but
108.
it's 120.
180
So-
seconds, you said?
That's 3 minutes.
Yeah, it should be up back then, yeah.
I did notice that I can faint
I'll double
at
check that.
one decoration, I suppose. So I'll start doing that one too.
Because when we're all spread out, they hit and then they immediately start casting that hard hitting. So
Oh,
Yeah.
I can expedient and I can shield, but I've been trying to get my Seraph shield up at the same time, but I don't have time to do all three. So
If
trying to
it's
figure
up
out what
by
else
then,
I
that'll
can do
actually
there.
yeah. If it's up by then, that'll actually be a good spot to use
you'll
it
have
again,
Lily
so-
up. I'm looking at the timeline.
Yeah. Yeah.
Orbs happens around 3 minutes 30. The decorations happen at 6:30, so that's about 3 minutes
Oh, yeah.
later. So you'll
We're
have
good then, yeah.
the timeline actually helps when trying to plot things out.
Yeah.
Go to Google and figure out what the fuck decoration means.
Alright.
Death.
Google later. Time to kill. Here goes the countdown.
Unless he has like 3 screens, and his Google is counting down.
The act of beheading someone. Holy shit. That's
Yo,
dumb as
that's very not cool.
Kind of fits the
I mean,
Tankbuster's elegant evisceration.
yeah, check
Like
those.
me, I would never go full that early. Never.
DPS disease. Tanks that are tethered to DPS disease.
I'm not calling out anymore. I fucked up that one time. Now I'm just hurt.
Back up.
fuck. 1 second.
Okay, Raven's got her. Okay, stack south.
Woo!
My health.
Castaways. setting the scene.
Lightning. Fire.
Water. I'm staying back here.
Go to C.
Health, I lied. And it's a cone.
Pop your knockback.
Right after this.
I don't know what's going on. It ticks down several seconds and it's still hitting me into the wall.
Alright, just point him this way for the in wellness.
Alright, I'll get him up. Oh.
Oh, he's second hit. I'll move him in a sec here. Poison.
Today is poison.
Cutting 2.
No, there's no time. There's no time.
Region go up.
Poison. Poison, poison.
Oh, those free kills I love.
Second pawn window.
Barely hit my buff.
Yeah, we're going to have to work on the lining. Make sure we're lining
Yeah.
buffs here.
I didn't think I pressed it.
Tanks heal each other, DPS disease. So DPS will spread after this, tanks heal stack north.
Guess we'll just pop it now.
Looks like
Alright, come get your diseases. Alright. Alright. Stack cell. Okay. You're gonna have to evoke off me. Thank you. Can they invoke one when you're dead?
I just don't think you wanted to move around again. Has nothing to do with the fact that I died. Planned it.
He's also a pain in the ass to move around in part 2.
Very much so. Well, this part isn't as bad to move around because I have my my range here, so I can just go to whatever mark is. Knockback, so water and fire. Pop your knockback.
back now.
Middle. Go to B, right to the wall,
Knock
and
back.
it's cape. So we're gonna be on the B marker too. B marker, B marker, B marker, and then spread.
Don't worry, we got it.
Got Adra.
Okay.
was so close to
Had
your
the hard
accident.
cast. Oh, I didn't even add.
We're gonna
that
need
that was
big
gonna
mid
happen,
for that
so.
part.
Yeah.
We're gonna. I might need to rework our mitigation. We're gonna need an addle, a reprisal,
I can faint there too.
I had shake it
feint,
off.
to do it, and then shake. Yeah, whatever we have, and just remember to get. Like while we still need to spread, just make sure that we're not too far. away.
DM, do you have the boss at that point, or is it John?
I should.
Should be,
Normally I would.
Okay, I'll just try and spread to where I normally spread, unless it's on the, unless he's close to the poison like he was, I'll just try to stay in the lightning for that
Yeah, my normal spot, which would be to his right, I think the poison tile was there, so
Yeah.
we can again. It should only be us three.
one.
around
I
the
mean,
boss,
I
so
can
we can
activate it,
work
and
it.
it was still fine. Worked out that time.
Alright, gamers, here goes. Hyped.
Whee!
Thanks,
Have
Riven.
music.
I'm hyped since I'm not gonna see y'all tomorrow. I'm sad.
Custard.
It's okay, I'll be here Sunday for frogs.
DPS tethers. DPS doing everything. Oh no wait. Right, yeah, DPS doing everything. Nope.
See, that's what happened that one time with me.
Yeah, I second guessed it there.
You were correct.
Her, these are come up, and then DPS grab your tethers. You're good, just good. Going to D. Pop your knockback. And it's cone.
Shit. Too slow. Too slow.
Red. Don't be on poison. Don't be on poison.
Poison. It's poison.
It's always cool. What a guy.
You must really like Street Fighter.
True.
I would take that reach and destroy the bucket.
One,
I had
one
my
bit at a
part.
time.
I mean, we're all at the middle.
Shield.
Get there.
Not sure what you mean there, bud.
Boss's turn.
I don't Ah.
I don't know if we were moving faster or they were moving slower, but I think you got hit by their ball and then our second ball and it killed you.
Yeah. It's completely possible. I'll try and get there as fast as possible so I can cast and the shield hits as the bubbles are popping.
Countdown.
Roll clip.
Yes.
This is.
Sorry, I was making sure your, your stuff was on.
You're good.
You gotta watch out for the homies. Poor Willow eats it.
Takes through his tethers. Takes through with everything.
Got it.
Alright,
Go.
John. The tethers. Tethers.
Sometimes I go in first and sometimes you go in first when it's you and me, Gene, so I just made the executive decision.
You went to the higher ups.
Yeah,
Is the higher
I
up.
am the higher up. And
I
it
can't
worked
wait
out.
until we fight the higher ups next year. And then the company right after. That bird is on a plate next to me.
Water. Go ahead. Pop knockback. Turn middle. D.
Not bad.
So you're gonna be on the letter. On the letter. And then it's
Like that.
groups. Oh yeah, just mark G. Yeah, we're gonna be like here. Actually, yeah, I think group 2 can stay back. Yeah.
What did she do?
Because the boss actually goes to the middle, so we'll just have, so group 2 can just, wherever you guys get knocked back to, just like group up
Kinda stay
back there. And then we'll go, since the boss actually moves the middle, it makes more sense to us to go middle. And you guys just literally stay back, and then parent, attack on parent, pretty much. Wherever he gets knocked back to. And if the boss does, so that's if the boss moves. If the boss doesn't move, then I guess it depends.
Damn, the way Eos just flew.
Basically, relative to wherever the boss ends up, whether he's group 1 will be in front of the boss, we'll stack up there. Group 2 will just be behind us somewhere. The boss, if John, like if it's water and cape, and John happens to not get knocked back, and the boss doesn't move, then it'll be the same thing. Group 1 will just stack in front of the boss where he ends up. Group 2 will just be behind them, and then if the boss moves middle, it'll be the same thing. Just move the markers back. Something like that.
It would just be easier if they like stayed still, and if we have to, we can.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, you can't guarantee because sometimes it'll be if it's water and cape, you can try and keep. The
Well,
boss
no,
still, but if it's
in that situation like it was.
Yeah, the boss will move there. So, which is actually kind of nice. I like that pattern because then the boss is actually closer to the middle where he should be.
Makes your life easier.
Makes
Take
us
your ass down.
happy.
DPS tethers. DPS everything. We're looking go. And then parent.
I don't know why I'm stacking up. Like I'm gonna go like.
Tethers. Good. Water. Spread. Copy knockback.
Back down.
Spread. Middle. Going to A. Right to the wall. It's cone. Right to the wall. And then it's groups.
Okay.
Our group is here. Min's group will be up there.
Don't be on fire.
G-
Don't be
G-
on fire.
Yep. There we go. Perfect. Alright.
Don't be
I can actually go over here. It's fine.
Woo! Sweaty over here.
Did you feel
Poison.
Poison again. Wow.
feel your light flash before your eyes?
I mean, it's not that big of a circle, but it's terrifying. I was hoping I was far away, but I was. Max melee works.
Enough. Alright. Gonna turn.
He's fine.
Oi!
Poison. He's venomous today.
Never move him.
Poison.
Poison. Pot window coming up in 3 ish.
Hold your arcane.
But don't worry, I got it.
Healing tethers.
Pot window. The tank healer's tethers, DPS disease. The DPS will spread after this. Tank healer will stack up. Okay, good. Raven's got it. Willow's getting it. Stack south.
Healing tethers.
We'll get our tethers. There we go. Damage? What is damage?
I've never heard of it. Don't even know what that means.
Oh, he didn't move. Oh. Oh well. Of course it's like him. Anything in fire, I'm gonna move back.
That muy
Ow!
B. Pop knockback.
That's really annoying. I was back there with all of you too.
Spread. Yeah, but we're tanks.
I mean, Gene's there too.
Wait, what?
I have to save my instant. I usually use it when we're running to the wall, but I don't have anything but something that I have to cast, and I have time right there, so I'm just gonna have to.
Yeah, for lightning, if you're not a tank, you. And again, he didn't move, so that's partially
Yeah.
my bad on that.
No,
but-
no, it's not your bad. It's just like
I found that unless where I need to be is where I already am, like he needs to go north, I have to pop sprint, otherwise he doesn't move far enough.
Hmm.
If I
I'm
pop, if I
just
pop sprint
gonna
there, I
play it
have enough
safe
time.
there.
I've gotten to the point where when I set up between lightning and fire for the first one, I look around and make sure I know where north is. So when I start running mid, then I turn north, and as soon as I see the cast, I know which direction I go, and I don't have to look for the letter. If that helps.
I wasn't looking at it.
It would have been, yeah, it would have been
Kinda
pretty
tight.
close. The DPS check on this fight is the hardest on this tier for sure. So
Or boss.
Robust,
Yep.
yeah. Faust.
yeah,
Only I had my higher weapon.
I think this week we'll try and get a DPS weapon. if
I
possible.
won't be here.
Well, there's still Willow and Adra that haven't.
Take
gotten
your computer with you, obviously.
It's too big, man.
more
You can lift the
DPS
weights
weapons
for.
we have, the better.
It's gigantic.
Okay, we can
Sounds
get
like a
the,
personal
neon
problem.
Well, hear me out.
Oh, countdown.
Countdown.
weapon. All in here is the countdown.
There's a chance that y'all could possibly not do P3 with a pug, and then we have to do it. Then I get
Well-
into my thing.
I'm gonna be honest, I'm kind of expecting it, but you know,
Yeah.
we'll try and make it work with a pug.
Yeah.
P3 is always. We'll
Okay.
see.
How bad can you be one person?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Different tank targets tank stance, so
Also, they do it, I think, differently in PF anyway.
Tank healers
Yeah.
tether.
Healer tethered.
What do they do differently?
Oh, I don't know. I've never been in.
Down your ass.
Tank healers
Tank
doing
healers,
everything.
I was like, I got a static. I never got to go in here.
deep.
John. And tethers. Oh, we're good. Hey, look at that.
Sometimes they go right on.
Others fire directly.
I'm an idiot, bye. What?
Lightning. Going to B.
There's knockback.
Not puppy knockback. And then it's cape. So. And stacks. Our group's up here. Your group's behind us. Yep, just like that. Well, kind of. I don't know how did Raven die though.
That's
No
a very
idea.
good question.
I think she got clipped by both.
Okay.
But I was eating it, and there's so weird.
Yeah, that's okay. But that's more or less what we were going for. So
It's poison again. He's just playing hard to get. It's just that's all it is.
You fucking man.
have you tried playing? Not playing hard to get?
I'm trying to get him not to.
Not appreciate playing.
Okay, next one.
Putting shield.
Or not. One after this one.
Yeah, he'll slowly move there.
There we go.
There we go.
It only takes all 4 of his abilities to get him where we freaking red mage. Stutter stepping.
Poison.
When in doubt, just go to poison. It's probably better.
Tonight it is.
Except for that time it's not going to be poisoned.
Yeah, I won't be poison next time.
It is until it isn't.
Yes.
Alright, regen goes in.
PS towers, tanks, healers, tethers. Tanks, healers, tethers, DPS. Tanks, healers,
Regen going out.
He really likes doing that one with this one.
tanks, healers, north, DPS spread. Druid stack type. Hadra. We're good. Alright, then we'll go get our tethers.
Rihanna.
Yeah, what are you doing?
trying to find the perfect time.
You were fine.
It's an art.
Like a dog trying to figure out where to take
Man's
a
just
shit.
like vibing.
In moment. Puny damage.
Sorry, I didn't mean to offend you with my puny damage.
Alright, I'll move over there.
Fuck it, I'm going to the wall this time.
Lightning.
Like in fire.
Lightning and
Don't,
staff.
don't cuck me this time, fire.
Turn middle.
That.
Go to D. Pop your knockback. And it's cone. Go right to the wall.
Right after this.
Spread.
Bloody dog. Got it.
Middle. Middle. Or like near him, sorry. Not middle. Sorry, I called it wrong.
Yeah, I was really concerned.
Alright, region go now.
Just think another DPS can LB.
Jesus.
Yeah, there's a lot of damage going on.
3 declarations. That's bad.
Definitely doable. We just
I mean,
said,
we're getting better slowly.
the rest of it up to there is clean. We gotta really iron out those 3 decorations though. Cause those are like wiping the floor with us.
I forgot. to
So
put up
remember
my,
after after this stacker spread, we need to be like get nice and tight. Everyone on the box. There's no reason not to be like right up in his grill. Also, I'll try turn the boss sideways, Raven, so you can get your positional. I realize I'm like, wait, he's facing north, so you can't get your positionals there.
Yeah. I mean,
So
if I have at least one true north up at that time, I can, and I can just stand there and just LB at that point. But
No, that's fine. I'll just flip him sideways, like a pancake.
like how that's where we go for.
Refresh food. One more time.
I got 34 minutes.
Yeah,
I'm good.
but that when we're up the wall first, knockback or cone there, basically whatever you have. If you have Addle, Reprisal, Tactician, whatever.
Right, but we
you
want to make
have.
sure not to
We don't want to
override.
do one, but
Let me look at my schedule here. Okay,
Your
so
schedule.
this list of when to do what.
I am reprisaling the first one.
Do it late enough, it probably hits the second one too. I think it's my new point there.
Yeah, it's like the last second.
Yeah.
It should hit 2 of them, so I will try and time it. Age will be addling the first one. We will use Tactician on the first one.
The first and the second are the hard. Like
Yeah, the
once-
first because
Once you get topped off, it's not hard for us to get in place. But while I'm running and trying to, like, the first 2 are freaking hard, and that's usually where people die. So,
Alright, are we running
if
to
we have
Acme?
everything for 1 and nothing for 3, I'm not as worried about it because by that point I do have expedient. I can throw all my shields up. So
Well, if
We
I'm
can actu-
LBing, if
the
I'm
first 2
LBing
are the
at
hard ones.
the first one, then do we want me to faint at the second one when I'm done with LB, or the third one?
probably
faint.
just as soon as you get done with the LV.
Yeah, so the LB will be during the first one, so don't faint the first one. I think we'll have
Yeah.
enough between. I have Divine Veil there too, I think. If I don't, yeah, because I was gonna use it during element. So I have Reprisal, Divine Veil, Tactician, and Addle plus Shield should be more than enough there. And then second one we'll have Parent Addle, Shake It Off. I can use Wings for the second one. I didn't put Wings on the mid list, but I can use it there. As long as everyone's everyone should be stacked up, so I can just
Are-
quickly move over.
Are
and
your wings up too, Gene?
Yeah, mine will be up, so I'll pop that, and then I'll have the Liturgy of the Bell up too.
'Cause that'll last throughout the whole thing.
Yeah.
And then third will be John's
Reprisal.
Reprisal, and then actually Raven, can you feint the third one? Because we
Yeah, I
don't
can
really
do
have
that.
much else there. So plus a feint should be good. Plus shields. The third one will be probably the easiest one to.
I figured with looking at the little chart list that feigning at the third one would probably be the best.
Yep. All right, that should be
Yeah.
enough to cover us.
Well,
As long
that
as
way
everyone gets in.
I'm alive for LB for the first one.
Alright, here we go. Countdown.
Thanks to his toes. Thanks to his everything. Tethers. Gene, you didn't pick it up. You didn't snapshot it.
Death.
Wait, you're lucky.
Since the DPS check is so tight, we're running out of time. Do we just reset?
Yeah, just reset it. I messed up my opener too.
I mean, I wasn't gonna say anything, but pretty sure you were supposed to do that one thing before the other thing. I don't know.
Yeah.
It was just me.
Actually, yeah, that's exactly what I did. I didn't pop
Yeah.
the fight or flight at 17 seconds. So.
I was like, where is this? I don't see the thing pop up on my screen.
Right? I mean, me and Raven, we saw it, but we didn't want to say
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah, we didn't want to say anything. And then I died, so I should have said something.
Yeah, if we have a death early on, we can just reset it. Later on, we can try salvage it if it's one death.
Tight as it is.
It's a really tight check.
What happened that time is what's been happening in the past. Like, I come from the side, if Gene has one, I run in front of the DPS and then kind of wiggle and move out to make sure I have a tether. If Gene has one and I don't, I might be grabbing his tether and then he thinks he has one, but I stole it from him. If that might be what happens. So
Well, that's not what happened there. No, it's,
I ended up having disease.
Nah, I
so-
just didn't grab the
Oh, okay.
disease.
it was a snapshot with the disease.
Oh, okay.
Just
happens occasionally.
Because I just run min.
Men's mid.
you run.
Min, mid, baby.
Alright,
That's
countdown.
Ooh,
We got two or three more. Oh, good pull.
I was gonna do keep out awesome death, but I felt like that was a little too much.
Depot.
Keep awesome.
I didn't think I was supposed to.
Huzzah.
You did it. I know. I saw. Congrats, buddy.
So proud.
Now I'm gonna die.
DPS check. DPS everything.
I fucking would.
To a stack titan here. He's got it. Then grab your tethers. Yes. Mage one. middle. Going to A. Knockback. Pop your knockback. Cone, be on his side. And it's groups.
Okay, how's it going?
Away from me.
Thank you. I'll be here. Peter, get away from me. It's actually, yeah, I think I'll just stand here because that gives the party more room to move.
Yeah, I can be in between y'all.
Fire.
Fire.
Holy moly.
Hey, I gotta do positional to move.
You can still get behind there.
Thought I was gonna hit the wall.
Like, you could be in his hitbox there. Oh, for position.
But it's funner when he's in there.
Good enough. Alright, we're moving.
Yeah, he's good enough. He's a little sloppy, but you know.
Sloppy.
Sloppy! Packer for everything.
Fire.
Yeah, fire.
Poison. I was like,
I
Yeah,
know.
he changed it on us.
It's like muscle memory.
We said it. Maybe I should save that for there.
Thank you, Kevin.
Hot window coming up.
I gotta light it perfectly.
Price that. So we're gonna spread after. DPS are gonna stack south. DPS can go stack south. We're spreading. Going in first. Okay. Gene, and then we grab our tethers. Good. Raid wide. Buster.
Boston makes me feel good.
Invuln. Water and stacks. Pop your knockback. Stacked. Rock metal. Going to C. To the wall, and then go on the C marker when it's once the thing goes C marker. And spread.
Not on poison.
Fade wide.
Oh, damn it.
Not enough.
Damn it. I keep forgetting to put it down there.
Yeah, because it pops when you take damage, correct?
Yeah.
Pop anytime Jane takes damage, yeah.
Yeah, you can pop it almost when he's doing. Ow.
'Cause that was with expedient too.
Yeah.
Problem is, everyone was quite scattered.
Do I need to move my
If it's spread there, then
It doesn't matter. I have time for one cast.
Do I need to move my shake it up one? 'Cause that first one's almost always just wrecks us.
It's the damage from the stack or the spread coming into decolation. That's that we're not recovering from. At least 2 people die to that every time.
I could probably do a buffed buffer.
yeah, let's bump shake it off up, and then you can reprisal the second one, and then the third one we'll figure it out. The third one I'm not as worried about. Everyone could be more topped up there. It's so
First
yeah,
two.
bump shake up.
I'll move both mine up a spot.
And yeah, it's really hard for me to wings there because I can wings the second one, but there it's just everyone's too spread out. So wings is useful for the first one. Unfortunately, but for the second one, could be. Yeah, that's. I mean, we're getting there cleanly now. It's just that it's a lot of damage. It's a lot of damage.
Emotional damage.
That's a
It's
lot
not
of
emotion.
damage.
Physical
easy to
damage.
Physical damage.
I don't know. It's emotional damage for me.
Alright.
Would
There's
you
there's no outgoing damage.
would
in
you
this
be able to
tier.
pop wings for the Gene for the stacker spread? And then that would give us time to cast and heal, and then you can put Lily Bell down when we're.
Yeah. Yeah, I can do that.
Then you don't have to, because I know placing Lily Bell is a pain in the ass, especially if you're trying to run and keep yourself safe. Then all you have to do is pop wings, and that would mitigate all expedient. So between your temperance and my expedient, the stacker spread should not hurt quite as much.
Okay.
That being said, if expedient is up, please don't run into the wall.
That goes to
Almost did
everyone.
that a few times.
Disclaimer.
Alright. Final countdown. Going up.
Do one more.
Final countdown. Ba-dee-dee-dee.
Just have to remember to do it.
God, my throat was for
Yeah,
that.
I know, right? I'm still trying to live through it, so I get it.
Yeah.
Here goes.
I pressed my LB button and then I was murdered by the thing.
I don't know what you guys are talking about.
No LB for you.
Reddit told
Well,
me
that's what I was told to do.
Reddit told me that there was no outgoing damage in this tier. So I don't know if you're talking.
Reddit can go fuck itself.
Wow, my button didn't press. Wow.
Take two his toes. DPS disease. DPS spread. Willow's going first, then parent, then stack south.
I broke my contract, so it's home game.
Yay.
Spread.
The hell?
Middle. Going to A. Cone. Pop your knockback.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Forgot that.
I would reset,
Yeah.
maybe do one must.
Yeah.
That's
I'm completely zoned out now.
It's getting late.
I was sitting there going, there's 3 people in that stack, but one's a tank, it should be fine. And then I see Jean move
Yeah.
right away, and I'm like, oh.
No, you
That's
saw
not good.
Raven move away underneath the bus.
Alright, let's do one more.
My brain was like, yeah, it's spread, even though we just did spread. It happens sometimes, man.
Aw.
Oh. Why my arm's length? I'm just not getting it off fast enough. I shall improve.
Yeehaw.
Yes. Get it off faster.
To who?
the button more for it.
You would assume Raven wouldn't respond to that one.
No one to talk, the first thing you think about is, the only thing you think about is spread when you're talking about a talk.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Uh-huh.
I mean, come on, don't out me like this. Don't out me in public. Out me in a private setting.
Tanks, healers, tethers.
Been caught in 4K.
Me and the 8K right now.
Had to flash onto my camera and everything.
Tanks, healers, everything.
I need to do it.
Uh-oh. Tethers.
Underdog.
Tethers. We're dead. Alright. Oh, okay, well, tell me what. Somehow that worked.
But I mean, as tight as the DPS check is,
Yeah.
we either call it or reset it here, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just reset.
We
then.
jumping? Spring diving? Yeah, we spring diving.
It's usually at that point, if you're going for the wall, go for the wall. Harriet. Easy there, buddy. You know we were jumping.
I was running to the wall, and then y'all all died too fast, and he just threw the tank buster.
Also, who the hell runs all the way right here when this is the longer way to die? When you just run right back here?
I'm trying to be dramatic.
Okay, yeah, you hit it.
Last pull for real?
For real.
For reals.
Yeah, for real.
First two were, just teases.
Those were mulligans that we just did.
Countdown. Final.
It's the
Countdown.
final countdown.
Practice.
Biddy-doo-bee. Now I'm really feeling it with that song.
So every play has like 2 mulligans.
Every one of them.
Yeah, I mean, we've definitely improved, guys. We got to, the other stuff a lot faster now.
It's been a good night.
Yeah, we did it.
We cleaned up Phoenix. Yeah, we got lots of... I mean, Phoenix is still gonna... We're still gonna have death on Phoenix. Like, even people that are in clear parties or doing reclears still die to Phoenix. It's just...
It's a pain.
Phoenix rampant.
Pretty much, like, DPS tethers. Yeah. It's,
Don't remind me of those days, please.
DPS doing everything. Stack potato food. Get these. Willow first. And parent. And tethers. You good?
Feel free to add 'em.
I see an antelope.
I like it.
No, she's getting on me for good reason.
Yeah, sir.
An
Sir, I demand an adult
An
at
adult would be
once.
nice
Yeah.
here if I had one.
Sure be nice
Yeah,
if I had
move
an
on.
adult.
I did actually have him as an adult in Norway, but I'll change that to the second decoration.
I
I'll have
think
to- I'll do
winter.
some tweaks.
We can talk about this after.
Yeah.
Where y'all going?
Oh, oh,
Turn
it's
this
not lightning. Hope it's not lightning.
Yeah.
Fuck off. Just wait for the burst and then you can go watch the wall. Like when it
No.
the wall. And then spread.
I'm scared.
See? Pop your knockback. And it's sword. Group stacks. Shit.
Region going out.
Oh, I get closer each time.
Fire.
But look, it caught me off guard that time. I know how far to stand back. I said a ruler Jesus is a fire.
Oh, got him. Got him nice in position.
Damn, that was good. That's never gonna happen again.
Nope. Got in position before he even did his like third move.
Fire.
Flip him like the pancake he is. That hurts.
Region going out.
My feet didn't help.
Yes, tethers.
And that's probably why we live.
Make sure you're okay. Good. You're good. DPS tether tank healers with these. Tank healers are gonna spread, DPS are gonna stack south. DPS stack south, tank healers spread. Okay, I'm going in. Okay, fine. And then DPS come get your tethers. Perfect. Beautiful.
About this one.
In zone. Wow, I went straight to the edge and he's still like, no, I don't want
Nah.
lightning. That's fine. It actually max melee is pretty much on the wall. Just to take a step back at the last second. Middle. Going north. spread. Okay, everyone get in. Reprisal, veil, everything. Pop mitigation. Beautiful. Okay. I can wings this last one. Two autos gonna be, yeah. 51.
Very
Oh my god! Ah! 51%!
We got this shit, bro. We got it.
Yeah.
Womp,
That
womp,
was
womp.
that was super.
Literally
clean, though.
1%
Really nice.
rage.
It was less than
Yeah.
1%.
I'm sure if one more DPS.
Is it below 50% or at 50%?
It's at 50. I think it's at 50.
I thought it was 49.9.
It might be, but I have some realm. I'm not actually entirely sure.
Well, that was a good way
Good night.
to end it there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the changes of what we did. So
No, it's definitely helping. Yeah.
Yeah.
So a little bit more time on the boss. We're almost
Consistency is a
there.
lot better.
I just need to get more casts off during PNX, and then we can do it.
More greed.
Like PNX, like legit fucks up my cast. So, like I have to learn how to plan for that.
Yeah, no, it's all about optimization now and getting some more weapon upgrades and gear a little bit more.
Yeah, if y'all do happen to, I mean, whatever pug happen to clear 3, I mean, it's whatever.
Yeah.
At least if y'all do and a DPS gets it, that's like a step
helps,
closer to
yeah.
be able to get into part 2.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The problem is with a random, we can't guarantee.
Well, I'm gonna try and get like a fill from someone in the Discord. Hopefully.
Well, at least y'all will see me Sunday, you know? It's not like
Yeah.
I'm gone for the entire raid week.
Have a fun trip.
Yeah, have fun.
Don't worry, I'll post plenty of pictures.
Sweet.
Yay!
Sweet.
Thanks, guys.
Cool.
Alright, see you
Have a
later.
good night, everyone.
Have a good night, man.
Night,
Bye.
guys.
Y'all.
All right, stream. For those who are old enough to at least have seen the reruns, missed it by that much. Get smart. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. Actually, the movies weren't bad either. But talking about the. I'm not that old. I watched them reruns. It was a good night, I think. We made some big changes, so that slowed us down at the beginning. Thanks, Realm, for those, by the way. Still watching. That made a big difference. It cleaned up PNX a lot. So now it's just that getting one more hit here and there off. All we really need. We're almost there. So we'll be resetting tomorrow. So we'll have to go through 1 through 3 again, and as bug, since our Raven will be out, we'll be able to get through those quick, and then Sunday some progress into part 2. So, been here since the beginning. Thanks for hanging out. If you joined sometime then, appreciate you hanging out. Hope you had a good time. Again, we'll be back on tomorrow night, starting at 8 Central. And if you haven't seen the first 3 fights, we'll be through those. So, yeah, hope you had fun. Catch you next time.